Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Rob.
Hey, fellow buddy guy.
Hey.
Hey.
Guess what, Rob?
This
is episode 76. I won't make you work.
This is episode 76. Yay.
It seems like way longer, but it's just been a week since we had Brent and Damon on. We did the big 75th show, and
I didn't buy any streamers. I feel like I let the show down
a little bit.
The big 100, which will be live, even if we have to do it in the back of a trailer park somewhere.
I don't know why we would go to
trailer park. Maybe to steal their Wi-Fi, because only trailer parks will have Wi-Fi in 2022.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So I have a surprise this episode for you.
Is it another Baby Yoda?
No.
Is it another stuffy of some sort?
Not a stuffy.
Figurine? Hey, it's Rob.
Rob, say hi to Rob.
Hello. I am a robot. For those on the audio podcast, Ryan is holding up a Rob the Robot Nintendo accessory.
Yes. Very happy with this latest addition to my collection.
No kidding. Did you get any games with it?
Funny enough, I had Gyromite already from trades and bins and whatnot I've bought before.
Okay.
He's missing a lot of accessories. The only accessory he came with was the gyro spinner.
Okay.
And that needs to be repaired. The battery, one of the metals in the battery. But mainly I'm just happy to have that as more of a display thing than anything, because I don't even have a CRT TV around that I could use them with.
Sure.
I did learn some things though, he's completely battery operated.
That makes sense.
He doesn't plug in. And he just reacts to flashes on the screen.
Oh, okay. Hence the CRT TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and there's actually a base that goes in front, and you put a NES controller into it, and that's what he would set the gyros on. And one pushes the A button, one pushes the B button.
Oh, very not as high tech as
not as high tech as I just always assumed the magic of him just play. I assumed he plugged into a controller port, be like the light gun, and get his commands that way. No, completely standalone.
Very cool.
Yeah. He so for right now, this is all he does. It is
right. You know what you need to get?
What's that?
There is a homebrew cart that got a lot of release for it. It was called 8-Bit Christmas or something like that.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, where it's it interacts with Rob the Robot and just makes him do a Christmas light show, one of those singing Santa type things.
Oh,
that's all it does.
Cool. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm sure it's only several $100.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a nice addition to the collection.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, when I get a games room, it'll go right next to the old Power Glove I got stashed away too. Now I'm playing with Power.
The Power Glove. It's so bad. Because it's good.
Yeah.
That's how we talked in the 80s.
Yeah. It's so rad and bad and tubular.
And totally tubular.
Totally tubular.
And totally red. Totally was the descriptive adjective we used with everything.
Totally.
Totally.
I still use it. So, just one little bit of housekeeping. I just thought I'd mention. I hadn't mentioned it in a while. I just shared it to our Facebook page. We do have a Patreon if you want to support us in any way. If you like what we're doing and just want to help us keep the lights on, we'd appreciate it. 100% of all proceeds put in the Patreon and the PayPal go back into the show. We don't pocket any of it.
Go straight into cheese fries.
Cheese fries. Yummy. Chili cheese fries from Wendy's.
That's right.
Wendy's, sponsor us so we can get all the chili cheese fries.
You would greatly appreciate it. We have Wendy's in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We got them after we got running water just a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be careful eating the chili cheese fries in our igloos because they're so spicy. They just start melting the inside. Like if I pointed my camera up right now, you would actually see the ice of this igloo.
Yes, melting because of the global warming.
That too, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out. There's links in the up, below, wherever.
Maybe over here.
Yeah, it says so. The link says support the Grumpy Old Gamers, and there's a link to our Patreon and our PayPal, and you can. I checked out the grand total. We almost have $50. We're gonna have to do something with that. Maybe we'll buy a prize and raffle it off, or something.
Or pizza party.
Pizza party.
And everyone's invited.
Yeah.
Who's directly related to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we didn't think that one through.
We did not. We did not.
All right. Let's move into the news. First story of the week. We knew Twisted Metal was getting a television series, but there hadn't been much information on it. But they've hired the writers of the Deadpool movies to write the show. And so far, the synopsis is this. The show will follow a motor-mouthed outsider that is seeking greener pastures. In order to make a better life for himself, however, there's one small task that stands between him and a better life. Tasked with delivering a mysterious package across an area ravaged by greed and post-apocalyptic endeavors, this small task becomes much bigger than anyone realized. This outsider is joined by a car thief that shoots first and asks questions later, with some deranged clowns thrown into the mix. Because why not?
That sounds horrible. Sounds horrible, and also nothing like the video games.
I never tried them. I just know about the clown.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
all right.
Watch for that. Coming soon. To
the Netflix or the Amazons or the Hulus or
Actually, I didn't see, and I just closed the story, so I'm not. It'll be one of those pay services.
You're gonna have to find out yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be talked about once it comes out. Also, Brent, member of the Grumpy Crew here, posted about. I don't think he'd heard that they were doing a Halo TV show. I mean, it's been in development hell for years and years. All sorts of Halo, but they've landed on doing a Halo television show, and that one's going to be over on the Paramount channel, Paramount Pictures channel. So, and that's about all they revealed a logo, which just looks like the Halo on the box.
Right. Which means they're still ahead of the Xbox game.
True.
Because they have a logo.
Yeah.
It's taking a while. And I'm sorry, they can't all be winners. Some of them are going to be like that. I apologize. But yeah, Halo to the mighty Paramount streaming service. Which I now know is a thing.
Next up, it's not in Canada. Imagine like with CBS or because there's CBS Online, which we don't get here, but we get the Star Trek stuff is picked up by the Space Channel, our Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Epic and the company that put out Rocket League, Psyonix, were involved in a class action lawsuit due to loot boxes being predatory and gambling-like.
Yes.
So there's been a settlement, or it's gone through the courts, and they've agreed to pay out 1,000 credits to all the Rocket League and all the Fortnite players.
Okay.
Which, you know, in Rocket League it works out to like $9, and Fortnite it works out to like 8 or something.
Okay.
So, but I guess I kind of assumed Fortnite still had loot boxes. Goes to show how much I play it. I guess they had a llama before. They had a loot box llama that you could buy, and it was it's how you would get extra things in Fortnite.
And her name was Dolly.
Dolly
Llama.
Oh, I guess just skimming here too, I guess Epic actually bought Psyonix. I didn't know Epic owned Rocket League too.
Epic owns everything, man.
Holy crap.
Epic and Microsoft. And EA. Just owns them all. It's going to be like Highlander. It's going to be starring a French guy pretending he's Scottish.
There we go. I don't really see this as like a lose-lose for Epic. I mean, they're giving out free credits to people, and I actually see this more as more like the dealer giving the free sample.
Yep. It's currency. It's fake currency that they make themselves.
Yeah.
They make a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the only way to spend it is in their game anyway. So
yeah,
buy a hat.
Go buy a cool hat. So I read something. This is, completely off topic, but welcome to the show.
That's what we do.
There's actually, I was watching a bit of this video that proved that if you buy the skins, you actually have a smaller hit area than if you don't, than if you're just using the free stuff.
Oh, it's funny.
Right?
It's very funny. Yeah.
Hit detections on a much smaller, not like a significantly smaller area than it is on the standard players. So buy a skin, you can win. That should be their motto.
It should be. Well done. Well done.
Yep.
There's one guy here who makes puns. It's this guy right here. Stay in your lane, Cashmere. That's what the kids say. That's what my kids say. Oh, hey, Brent. Brent is messaging us, as Brent is known to do during the show. Hi, Brent, if you're watching. This is where we get all our news from. There you go.
Oh, I thought you were going to say what he was talking about.
No.
Okay.
It's
not relevant? Okay. So, PlayStation had a state of play this week.
They did.
Yeah, they figured they must get something out with Nintendo's big announcements, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. I just read some summaries and saw some footage on stuff, but I gotta say, from what I read and saw, kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah, it was honestly just a hey, here's where some games we're working on are at, which I mean is cool. There wasn't much new stuff, but
so they showed the enhancements to Crash Bandicoot 4, the PS5 enhancements. They showed some more Returnal. I really thought they would have changed the name of that game by now.
It's perfect. I don't know why you would. That game looks actually it's looking cooler every time.
It is.
It's going to be really well done.
I was thinking that Ratchet and Clank was going to be like my first official PS5 game to pick up, but I think it might be Returnal. I'm going to see what the reviews are like when it comes out. So 2 other games they showed, Saifu and Kenna, both released new trailers, but guess where I watched those? On the Epic Store page. No.
Oh, okay.
On the Epic Store page where so these are PS5 and Epic Store exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of So I mean it'll be console exclusive on PS5, but you can also play it on PC.
It's getting to be more and more, right? Like just get it out to all the things.
So it's hard for them to do it must be really hard for them to do there's got to be some sort of contractual thing with Xbox being so tied into PC now, where they couldn't be just like, well, we're putting it out on Steam, and they're like, no, all the Xbox players can play you then, like, or you know what I mean, right? Like,
right, yeah.
There's got to be some sort of walled garden there. But yeah, I mean, Saifu actually looks really cool. Looks like a crazy kung fu action game.
Yep.
Knockout City, that EA weird dodgeball.
It's dodgeball. It's like urban dodgeball.
Yeah, is coming to the PlayStation as well. I didn't see anything on Ultra Void. I watched a little of the gameplay for that Five Nights at Freddy's.
Can I give an opinion on that?
No.
It's looking silly. I don't think it's even going to be remotely scary. Like, it looks horrible.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what they're going with. Every time I saw one of those big goofy things like walking after you like this, it's like, that's not even remotely... It's looking horrible. My prediction, my 2021 prediction of that game is it's going to rate low.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong. I mean, it's not like they need the money. I mean, they'll be fine no matter what, but does not look good.
No. I stuff I've seen I've not been impressed with. Though, to just look at footage of Five Nights at Freddy's, it's not very impressive footage. Like
it wasn't even that it was a technological thing, because I mean, Five Nights at Freddy, it could have been a Flash game.
Yeah.
It's, the atmosphere and the scariness and almost like the minimalisticness of it made it scarier.
Yeah.
Because your brain would fill in a bunch. It's almost like they're filling in all the stuff the brain had to fill in before, and now it's like it's silly, but
it's like when they finally showed the shark in Jaws, right?
Yeah, you're like, I didn't
need to see that. All the sequels after that.
Yep.
Shark right up front.
Yep. So yeah, but that death loop, they showed some more of that. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It seems like it doesn't. I don't know if there'll be a single player component to it. It looks like it's going to be mostly like an online type thing, right? Because you're always being hunted by somebody.
Oh yeah, but it's I believe that person that it's a it's computer? That same girl. Yeah, it's a computer.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's primarily single player.
Oh,
she's like the so from what I understand, you're like this guy and you're stuck in this loop, and you got to kill these 10 or 12 guys to get out of the loop. She is in there. She's another assassin whose sole job is to stop you, so she's following you the whole time.
Right.
Like a rival assassin.
Oh.
But
I always got that was like the online portion of it, that person.
But yeah. I think it's primarily single player. I could Google it.
Huh.
I Google it right now.
All right.
I'm gonna Bing it because that's the browser I've got open. Yes, I'm legitimately binging. That's not me making a funny joke. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Well, you bing your thing.
I'm gonna do it. Development
I'm
release.
gonna let you bing your thing.
For the showcased. COVID.
All right. So the last bit of big news out of that state of play was the part 2 to the Final Fantasy VII remake, Intergrade, that arrives June 10th. So there was rumors.
I heard a rumor.
I read some rumors about what March's PS Plus games are going to be, and Final Fantasy VII Remake was actually listed as it.
Okay.
So we'll have to see if that actually comes true. That might be the only way that I actually get around to trying it.
Add some hype to the upcoming remake Intergrade 2, whatever they call it.
Yeah. Intergrade, yeah.
So we're both right.
Okay.
There's a single player, but you can also have someone be multiplayer and do the second person.
Oh, okay.
Adding that much more excitement.
Cool. Okay.
To your video game experience.
Well, I like that. So, keeping with PlayStation news, GQ did an interview with Jim Ryan, the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. So there wasn't a lot of stuff that we hadn't heard already, but the part that caught my attention is they asked them, all right, PlayStation VR 2, the second PlayStation VR, what are we calling it at the moment? He said, well, we're not calling it anything at the moment. So the obvious question is, what's the change for the first headset? It's going to be a completely new VR format for PS5. PS5 is considered VR as a strategic opportunity and a big innovation story. So it's kind of funny that all this is coming out now, because Brent and I got talking. I got Brent going on a conspiracy theory because he loves them, but
he does.
I kind of noticed that I went. I was looking. There was a big sale on the PlayStation Store last week, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check out see what's on sale for PSVR." And they've removed the PSVR tab from the store. Used to be, on the left-hand side, there's that long list of like what's hot, what's new, deals, and then down below they had PS Plus, and then PSVR was its own tab.
Sure.
So now you got to go into like 2 menus deep to get to that tab. And I'm like, oh, it seems like they're hiding it, Yeah. So one of the big differences that this VR is going to have, though, is he said it's going to have a single cord. It'll be just one cord. Which, I mean, they could build everything into one cord. I mean, right now, I think,
but
yeah, exactly.
That doesn't get taken out of context in a highlight video, but
yeah. They also said that they're gonna look a lot more at or gonna focus a lot more on releasing PlayStation exclusive games to PC.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I think they see there's been a real big resurgence in PC gaming again.
Absolutely.
And why not take a bite of that pie too?
Yep, you bet. It's just nice to hear him talking about PSVR, because we had noted it was they were really quiet about it, starting to get worried about it, right? So
Yeah, like there hasn't since man, like Iron Man VR.
yeah.
Has there been like a big title that isn't one that's been like a big exclusive title like that?
Oh no, yeah, there hasn't been for sure.
And that's almost coming up on a year already
Mm-hmm.
for that. So, anyways, yeah, it's just good to know that it's coming, and I think it's going to be a lot more on par with the big headsets, Oculus and
Right.
I forget the
Labo cardboard. Yeah,
Labo, yeah,
that one.
yeah, Labo's a real threat.
Yep. Just if you want to give yourself instant motion sickness, use the Labo VR. Like within seconds, it's great.
So, do you wanna take a moment of silence for Anthem? Okay. So BioWare officially announced this week that they are putting Anthem to rest. Uh, they're claiming due to COVID that they're just feeling like they're stretching themselves too thin, and they want to focus on Dragon Age, Mass Effect, and Star Wars: The Old Republic. And there's just no resources to work on Anthem. So what that translates to me is that
they don't think it's worth it.
the dumpster fire got so intensely hot that it burnt through the dumpster and just
yeah.
there was no salvaging anything.
I was so excited when for Anthem.
Yeah.
Like the whole up to launch and oh man.
Yeah.
That's a downer.
It really is. It really is. But yeah, they've put it to bed. They're just not that's it for Anthem. Anthem has sung its last song.
Yeah. So that's just the Anthem next, right? Like
yeah.
They are going to keep the live service going for a little bit, or
yeah, they didn't say they were shutting it down, but
yeah.
it doesn't sound like anything new is going to be.
Yeah, I mean it's
worked on
for the dozens of people who might still be playing. Yeah. BioWare, mighty have fallen.
So yeah, rest in peace, Anthem. So Nintendo, not wanting to be left out of the news machine, they had a Pokemon Presents. I swore they called them Pokemon Directs before, like with.
Yep.
But this was a Pokemon Presents, and actually they dropped some rather big news in it. So
why don't you run with this one?
Okay, so they're remaking Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which were ones that were out on the DS for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
But the big deal, and I nearly missed this, is they're making a whole new game called Pokemon Legends. Pokemon Legends Arceus. And it's going to be an open world adventure game, kind of like in the vein of Zelda. So it'll be like a Zelda game, but with like in the Pokemon world. And it actually looks kind of awesome.
All right. So you're like a Squirtle instead of a.
No, you're a trainer. You're
okay.
But the Pokemon are all the animals in the world, right?
Right. We were talking about this earlier. Squirtle is like one of 3 Pokemon I know. But it sounds cool.
It does, right?
That's it's half owned by Nintendo and half Game Freak. Is Game Freak the other?
Game Freak's a developer.
Okay. Yeah, I always get that confused with Pokemon. Like, is Pokemon 100% owned by Nintendo?
I thought so.
Probably. I mean, you would know better than I would. So.
I think they have the secondary company that's it's it's a subsidiary of Nintendo called Niantic,
Okay.
and I think
Okay.
they're the company that
Gotcha.
encompasses all things Pokemon.
Man, Nintendo's just making the money.
Yeah.
Just because these
Uh,
games sell like ludicrously as well. Like,
yeah. You just made me think about. So they're gonna put out. They've changed the names for the remakes because they're remakes. Like they're
mm-hmm.
not just. They're not just uh the other one.
Remasters.
Remasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So it's being called Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Oh,
So once again, Rob,
totally Pearl.
once again,
Yep.
there's going to be 2 games coming out,
Yep.
probably at $80 a piece,
Absolutely.
and they're going to have 80 to 85% of the same content.
Yep.
And then, but no, you're going to have to buy 2 copies of essentially the same game to get that extra 30% of content.
Nintendo's going to Nintendo, man. That's
I
what they
don't
do.
I don't understand why more people aren't mad about that.
Because we will keep, and by we I mean gaming. I will not buy any of these, but
Yeah,
we're going to keep buying them. It's the same reason that they pay. You charge $80 for
it's true. Like,
yeah.
yeah, them so many memes about them charging full price for Skyward Sword. Like,
Yeah.
so many comparison memes. Like,
Yep. You paid $80 for 3 emulated versions of 3D Mario games.
yeah,
Like with nothing else done to them until
no,
months
yeah,
after.
till
Yeah.
months after. And man, the thing is like,
And we love them.
yeah, that's the problem is that their stuff never goes on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, it's like $5 off.
Yep.
And it's like, well, if I'm gonna wait for $5 off, I may as well just buy it now so I can enjoy it now when everyone else is enjoying it. That's the voice that runs through my head when I
Yep.
look at buying Nintendo stuff.
Yep. Look at Bowser's Fury in Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
$80. Damon described Bowser's Fury being like a 3-hour add-on.
Yeah.
We'll buy it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyways, that was another little segue we got off. They showed some new gameplay for Pokemon Snap, their remake of Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, I bet that one's $80.
Well, if it's anything for the pre-order link that's in this IGN article, yeah.
Yeah.
$80. So, and this year, as well as being the 35th anniversary of Zelda,
mm-hmm.
is also the 25th anniversary of Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? Well, it seems like it should be older.
It does, right?
Yeah. Because that would only be like 96, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, I was already, like, I was out of high school already when
mm-hmm.
Pokemon, so that's why I never ever
right.
got it. Like, but I heard, like, I'd read and hear things where I'm like, really? Like, you're training and like, oh, this sounds, I'm not going to play Pokemon. The closest I got is my buddy Jay got Pokemon Puzzle for the N64.
Mm-hmm.
And we played the crap out of that. Oh my God. It was awesome. It was.
Excuse me.
Pokemon. So in other Pokemon news, this past Saturday, February 27th, was Pokemon Day, National Pokemon Day.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm not.
What happens on Pokemon Day? What do people do?
Well, they have special events in Pokemon Go. I know about that much. Apparently there's going to be a slew of events and partnerships this year. So that's really all I know.
There you go. Everyone eats
Watch,
pancakes.
watch for more Pokemon stuff this week or this year.
Bring on the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Squirtle.
Squirtle. All right, well, that's all we got for news. Oh, son of a biscuit. I didn't want to close that.
I will distract the people.
Distract the people. Okay.
You
back.
sometimes not feel fresh? Drink Sprite.
Drink Sprite.
Drink Sprite. Sign us an advertisement. Sprite, please.
Anybody
We'll
sponsor us. We'll take anything.
We're not above advertising for feminine hygiene products. We will do that.
We will. So we'll move on to what we've been playing.
Cool.
Do you want to talk about what you did this week, and then I'll talk about games, or vice versa? Or...
Yeah. So I don't actually have a game per se that I played. I did download a demo. I almost got to it. But what I've been doing is I've been working on this little. I got it on a rolling cart here, so I think I can get it into the picture. Actually, I might have to zoom out here. Behind the curtain of the. There we go.
Oh,
got this little puppy here on a rolling cart for this is the cheap man's arcade cabinet. So I got the Sempron custom PC I built here. I'm glad I got my video card and processor before everyone lost their damn minds. So yeah, I got this over the top fan controller. Yeah, using as the joystick. I've got the Neo Geo stick. I don't know if that's showing up for you, right? But
yeah, that's the Neo Geo. I forget the official name for it, but that's the one that came loaded with like 20.
The Neo Geo arcade stick.
Arcade stick, yeah, and it came loaded with like 20 games, 20 Neo Geo titles.
And then I've got a vertical monitor here. It does rotate if I want to play horizontal, but most of the main games I've got on there are vertical shooters. It's a ROM set actually called Verdi Wild, if you want to look it up on arcade ROM sites and things like that. I will just turn this off because that's going to get very loud. There we go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's what I've been working on there.
You're having some trouble getting the joystick to work properly, eh?
It's MAME doesn't really like it. It does have Windows support, but it's the ideal goal is that I can turn this on and it is a Windows 10 machine with a Ryzen 5 2600X and a GTX 960, which is kind of a joke nowadays. But I did look at getting a slightly better card. You can't buy one right now. It's scalpers have lost their damn minds. I was on Memory Express looking at video cards that are available. Like the best card I saw on there was a 710.
Oh my god.
A GTX 710. I'm like, this is insane. Like even the 1660s, they're all gone. It's
wow.
Unless you go to like a scalping page. So I will not be doing that.
So I will take this moment to, I do not support scalping at all.
No.
Scalpers can go suck a bag of rocks.
They sure can. Let me just zoom back in here. Nope, that's a bit too much.
Nope. Like patience can be its own reward, especially when it comes to dealing with scalpers. And I mean, I know you want a new video card, and you're just gonna pay that little bit more. Don't do it.
It's not even just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right now. Like a 1660, they were asking $500 for. Like, it is insane. They launched. NVIDIA launched a new card this week. last week, I guess. The 3060. No one got one. Nobody got one. It was just
all the bots got them.
The reviewers, honestly, like now, like the different Linus, like the Linus is the world and the Gamer Nexuses, and they're all like, yeah, we're going to review it. You'll never get one, but here's the review.
That's ridiculous.
Good luck.
Ridiculous, man.
Yep. So yeah, that's the goal is eventually to put this into a wood cabinet, but awesome. I kind of like having it on the cart because I can go back to a 16:9 as opposed to a 9:16. So,
you know what I've been kind of looking at on some. I found this local. I don't remember their name, but they make a tabletop style one.
Oh yeah.
And they load it up with like 500 games or something. I really like one of those. Actually, if I could get one of those with Arkanoid, I'd be pretty happy with the roller controller.
You know, we're not sponsored by them, but if you look up At Games Legend, like At Games, they make a whole bunch of they were a lot of subpar. Like they make the world's worst Genesis Mini, so they've had a sorted history. But they've been making some stuff lately that's not too bad, and it's like they had this Legend. It's called At Games Legend. At Games is the company, and it's like the Legend, but it's like a big arcade stick, and it's got a roller ball and a how do they call it? Not the spinner. What do they call it? Thing like the knob that you spin for.
Yeah,
Arkanoid.
like the Arkanoid knob.
Yeah, and then you got a roller ball for like Centipede and stuff. And the only downer I think on it is I don't think they have a Canadian seller, but it looks really cool. Like, because some Arkanoid and some Centipede. It's good stuff right there. It's good stuff. You can play some Pong.
You can get it in Canada.
You can.
Yep.
Excellent.
Or wait, maybe this isn't. You can buy the At Games Legend Ultimate Connected Arcade Cabinet at the Brick. I will send you the link.
I believe you, but the Brick is still okay.
The Brick is selling all the 1-up cabinets and like the 1-up Pac-Man tabletop. Holy crap. Sorry folks.
It's like finding out that you found the last Blockbuster or something that these things are still real. The Brick is like I don't know if they have them in the States, but it's a furniture chain here that I didn't even know was still around until Ryan here just found it. But
they bought Leon's, so
what?
Yeah, another Canadian.
With what money? Oh, there you go.
Or Leon's bought the Brick. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what.
I'd be just as surprised by that as well. $169 for the mini wireless.
Yeah,
that one doesn't have the roller, but there is a version that has the roller. That's cool.
Weird, right? Oh, they got the Gamer Pro wireless, the one with the roller, for $349.
That's very cool.
And I bet you can finance that crap because that's
all about 45 monthly payments
of like $1.
Real cool. Yeah. So if you want to get that, that's
it tells you right on the site, $58.17 a month.
Oh. For $349?
Yeah.
So 6 months?
I guess.
Yeah, it's something, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Yeah.
Cool. What a little rabbit hole we just went down.
It's true. Well, I mean, we are the grumpy old gamers, I guess. It's
easily distracted and we forget where we are quite often.
I mean, sure, they got these Red Dead Redemptions and other things, but who doesn't like a good Arkanoid?
I freaking love that game, especially with that roller controller.
Yeah. They had a Nintendo version, eh?
It's got that weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
But, with that controller or just the game?
With the controller they had a controller.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how good it was, but
Oh,
it was like a specialty controller you could get for the Nintendo.
what?
I'm pretty sure. We're just gonna keep Google. This is what the
Yeah,
show's
yeah.
become.
That's what the show's become.
NES
To Google.
Arkanoid controller. There you go. I'm going to share the page right now.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'll move into what I've been playing.
Why don't you do that, sir?
Because it seems to come in like in big bunches for me. Because I'll have a busy week where I don't get to play much. But this was not. Look at that!
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. There's a way to zoom in on probably.
Wow. Well, it's got 6 more photos there. It says maybe there's one of the.
There you go. So that's what it looks like.
Huh. Wow. No idea. No idea. I had never heard of that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh. Something else I got to add to my list to look for.
I cannot confirm if it's any good, but it's cool.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I was saying, some weeks I don't get to play much, but this week I was not the case. I did get to play quite a bit of stuff here. So,
And what'd you play?
well, I rolled credits on the medium.
You finished the medium finally.
I finished the medium. It's funny because I was talking to Brent about it. He told me where he's at in the game, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna tell you honestly, that's the 3/4 point. And he's like, what? He's like, the story's pretty much wrapped up. Like, what's? I'm like,
Yep.
I just keep sending him the shrugging emoji.
Yep. So they're gonna pad this out.
Yeah. After all said and done, I give the game a solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. That's not bad.
A lot of it was tempered with it being this supposed exclusive next-gen game, and just how it doesn't look like one.
Sure.
It doesn't play like one, doesn't feel like one. And like it is next gen in the sense they never made it for the PS4 or the Xbox One. Like you can't get it on those consoles. It's exclusive to the Series S and the PS5 and PC. But just like photorealistic backgrounds and PS2 characters to play with. It's
right.
It's kind of ridiculous. The story, it's all right. Like, I mean, a couple good little twists, but by the time you're through all the padding, you're like, oh, finally. I also rolled credits on another game. I'm just making a note here so I don't forget about it later. I finally finished finished up Astro's Playroom.
Oh, hey.
On the PS5 there. I'd finished 2 of the worlds, and I had 2 left. So I went through and finished those, and then there's a boss level. So it's funny. Everyone had been telling me about the. Have you got to the rain level yet? Where it's raining?
Yes. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, and it is definitely the best show of the HD rumble in the controller, because it starts out like it starts to rain, so you put on a clear little rain hat where it's like the umbrella hat. So the little robot puts on the umbrella hat, and you feel it through the controller. You feel like dun, 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 like just these little drops, and then you kind of go up a level, and it's raining even harder. And then if you just feel this all over the controller, like, and then you go up one more level, and it's hailing, and it's like, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely the best show of that HD rumble in the controller. But that was you know what, you could probably if you sat down like 3-4 hours, you can play that entire game.
Sure. A nice free game. That's not too bad.
And it's fun. I'm not a fan of a lot of they had a bunch of, almost every level had some motion control stuff to it with the controller.
Sure. Sure.
But everything else, top notch.
It might be just the sleep deprivation talking here, but when you started to go dega dega deg, I started to hear Darude Sandstorm in my head. As I was waiting for you to finish the song. Oh. So
no, that's what I was going for, Rob. You caught me.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Oh, so tired.
Awesome. You're gonna have to go listen to that now.
I am, yeah.
After, right?
I am. I'd play it, but we'd get copyright strikes. So
yeah. So I also put a little bit of time into Absolute Drift, which was the free game on the Epic Game Store last week, or one of the free games that you could get.
Okay.
And it's just simply that. It's like a kind of a top down, almost 3/4 perspective, and you're just this car and like you drift. It's very it's challenging.
Advertising.
Yeah, it's challenging enough. But once you kind of figure out the drifting, it's pretty. Like they even say it's like very Zen-like, like in the description where they're kind of teaching you how to drift. And
was it as good as that worst games ever, or the bad game challenge drift game I had you play? Because that was a pretty good drifting game.
This is significantly better.
Okay.
Where I had much more Zen-like experience with this, where I just wanted to shut my Switch off before. Also, so as my kind of puttering game, like when I've just got a few minutes here and there, and like I can just jump into quick and pause and whatnot while I'm doing a million other things on the computer, I started up Jurassic World Evolution.
Oh, okay.
Which was the last free game that Epic gave away in their Christmas, their 12 days of Christmas or whatever. It was the big game. So this game, production value, when you think of production value, like you don't really like realize until you see something that has crazy production value.
Right.
Like, so when you start this game up, they make it look like every other Jurassic Park movie, where it's a Universal logo flying in over the earth, and then it cuts to like a little dinosaur thing, like with the developer name, like it's their name, and it's got a dinosaur egg, and like a dinosaur pops out and scratches their logo a bit, and
Jeff Goldblum lying sideways, no shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's after all that.
Yeah.
But it's funny you mentioned Jeff Goldblum, because that's the other part that goes into this production value. So Jeff Goldblum, Bryce Dallas Howard, B.D. Wong, Laura Dern, Sam Neill, all actually do voices in this game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's where the budget went then.
Yeah. They have the Chris Pratt character, Owen, but it's not Chris Pratt. It's a sound alike, but and so it's pretty fun. I like it. Like I'm gonna play through it. It's a good little puttering game to have going while I'm doing other things. I can play 5 minutes, pause, go do something, come back, that sort of thing.
Excellent.
Yeah. So my heart got broken a little bit this week by a game.
Oh no, I see the two games that are here, and I'm gonna feel sad if it's the one that you're highlighting right now.
It is.
Oh.
So
okay.
I got Taxi Chaos, which is directly a Crazy Taxi like game.
Yeah, it's like a spiritual successor to it, right?
Yeah. So you kind of boot the game up. Uh, on the Switch, it takes a very long time to load for some reason. I think because it has some online component to it, like for leaderboards and stuff.
Okay.
But so I was really impressed initially, and then you play for like an hour, and your impression level just dives.
Sure.
So you're in the city, you're driving the taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you unlock more taxis the more you play. Essentially, it's all kind of based on time and like amount of money you make and things like
Sure.
that.
Sure.
But uh, so I was really impressed that they had like tons of voice acting in it, like with from the taxi driver and
Mm-hmm.
that like he's actually like, hey, you have kids? I do. Check out that, and like check out that photo album in the back, and oh, nice, like
Mm-hmm.
just these like whole interactions. But after an hour of play, you kind of realize that there's only like 4 or 5 interactions,
Gotcha.
and they just
Gotcha.
play over and over and
Does this look
over.
infected to you?
Exactly. It's like, and there's this one that you this one lady you seem to pick up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
where she sounds like a housewife, and she's like, "Oh, I'm just going to my Illuminati meeting where we decide the fate of the world," and like reads this whole like, it's like,
Sure.
so I'm like, okay, maybe you unlock some other stuff, but I put 2 hours into this
Mm-hmm.
game and never got out of the city, never unlocked anything new besides
Yeah.
new vehicles. Um, so then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try the pro mode,
Mm-hmm.
because there's 3 modes in the game. There's arcade, there's pro, and then there's essentially I think they call it sandbox.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, so I went to pro mode. So the only thing is that, well, if you were playing pro mode in in a Crazy Taxi like game,
Yeah.
what would you expect pro mode to be?
I would expect it to be harder, shorter time limits.
But
Maybe
harder how?
uh, more traffic, more people further away, shorter times to get to things. Am
So
I close?
it, it does those things. It
Okay.
gives you shorter times, and it takes away your GPS, the arrow that shows you
Oh,
in the direction you need to go.
right.
So you can't play pro mode until you've memorized this city,
Right.
which is near impossible because 90% of it is downtown,
Mm-hmm.
like just downtown, like metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only the kind of stuff that's on the outskirts that looks any different. So you're expected to know when he's like, hey, take me to the coffee shop. Okay.
Take me to the coffee shop.
I don't even know
Don't
where to
tell me
start.
what
I
to
don't
do.
even know I don't even know which direction to start to take you in. so the, so yeah, so that was pro mode.
So it sounds essentially like they didn't even really redo much in the game. It's just
No,
kind of it's Crazy
no,
Taxi.
it is.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
And at least in Crazy Taxi, like the original one, like the one I did the Let's Play of,
Yep.
the one we were impressed with there around
Yep.
Christmas, that like at least you can tell where you're going, and like it's a whole
Yep.
city, but everything looks different.
And it was like 10 cents
Yeah,
on Steam. And it's a 25, 30-year-old game. Like
yeah, yeah. This was
25,
50.
I guess.
So this was 50 Canadian.
That was $50.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So uh then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try Sandbox because I'm gonna try all the modes and just see. So Sandbox is just arcade with no time
Mm-hmm.
limits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I mean makes
Yeah.
sense for the name. Yeah.
So I put a little more time in there because I'm like, well, maybe I'm just not like progressing. Like
Mm-hmm.
there is something, there is some sort of like chapter, like some sort of missions you can unlock.
Sure.
And I'm not sure if you unlock them in the arcade mode or sandbox or whatever, but I didn't get to any of them. I was looking at the achievements in the achievements, and
you're
there
like,
was like
not worth waiting for.
Yeah,
out.
There's like 3 or 4 missions in there that that apparently you can work on. So, but I was like, I've already like taken it out of my Switch because I got a physical copy of it and put it back on the shelf because I'm like, I kind of feel like I've experienced everything I kind of want with this.
Boy, it is not getting it's not getting very good reviews, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah. What are you looking at Metacritic?
No, I just pulled up like the first 3 reviews.
Yeah.
Using words like low budget, choppy, shameless clone.
Well,
yeah.
For being downtown, like there's not a lot of traffic. Like I almost never hit anybody. I'm able to dodge and weave in between everything, no problem. They did add, and I never played Crazy Taxi 2 or 3, but they added a car jump in this where you push a button and your car just flies straight up in the air, like quite high. And so if it looks like you're going to run into something, you just tap that, and it doesn't really, like, you fly up in the air, and it doesn't really like take away, like it doesn't give you any sort of detriment, you know?
Right.
It's just very.
It looks like people are also saying that yes, pro mode, just an atrocious idea. Yep.
Yeah, like the landscape's just not different enough. Like,
yeah, at that price too. Like,
yeah,
if it's like a $5 downloadable game, it's like, okay, that's something, right? But
so yeah, Taxi Chaos, do not buy. Yeah, don't even buy it on sale. I
don't even look at it.
I feel very ashamed for
if you see it on the street, cross the street, walk on the other side.
Yeah, don't even make eye contact with it.
Don't associate with its family.
Just pretend it doesn't exist. So my gaming was salvaged a little bit by I did try the Outriders demo.
Yay!
That was the demo you said you.
That's the demo I downloaded. Yes,
the demo you downloaded.
Almost played. I was very close.
I made it through the prologue. It's about half hour of play before you get to like class selection, and that's where I had to stop. So I'll have more to report on this next week once I actually. But what I played so far looks good, plays good. I can't wait to get into.
Smells terrific.
Smell, oh man, like
Mama's old chili.
Yeah, chili.
So why don't you tell the people what Outriders is all about? What is Outriders?
Well, for one, it's from the studio People Can Fly. They were one of the developers on Fortnite.
Just a little game.
It's a little game. They also were a developer on Bulletstorm.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, which I just played this past summer and loved. They were one of the developers of Gears of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they got some background.
Yeah, they with Epic, right? Like they've been working with Epic a long time.
Are they? So is this first person shooter type?
It's a third person.
Right.
Third person shooter, and basically what's happened is humans have used up all they can on Earth, and they're going to this new planet to colonize. And there's like 500,000 people on this spaceship, and you're part of the Outriders, which is the elite group that goes down first to clear the way for everyone else to land. But they get down there, and the poop hits the fan, and you end up getting put into cryo sleep and woken up 10 years later or something.
Okay.
And there are these storms. I think they call them anomalies,
Mm-hmm.
and the character you play is struck by one of these anomalies, and he kind of gets like these like powers.
Superpowers.
You don't really know what they are, and I don't think they're used until you choose your class and go on. But you can kind of see like some stuff happening. Like he grabs onto this metal rung and like leaves like it like burned with electricity and stuff. So it yeah, so it's like a sci-fi. I honestly think it's going to be their run at like Destiny.
Okay.
Because I mean, you got your 4 classes, and there's like a tank, a heal, a stealth, a ranged, and yeah. So I think it's kind of going to be their run at Destiny, and it's Square Enix. Square Enix is the publisher.
Right. They've done a few things.
They've done a few things. So yeah, it from what I played so far, like Brent was losing his mind in our chat on the weekend.
He was pretty excited about it.
He was losing his damn mind.
Saying it was going to be the Halo killer. And
yeah.
I guess people haven't said Halo killer in a while.
No. But you get the idea.
You get the idea.
Yeah. But I mean, it's tight. It's a tight game. It was supposed to come out in December. But it's pushed to end of March. So
thanks, COVID.
That's not bad. 3 months. That's not much of a push.
That's actually pretty good
compared to some of the other ones we've seen.
Yeah.
But this might be something to watch out for. I think it's going to blow up, especially with a demo to get people hyped.
Yeah. Actually, especially like the last Square game that had a demo that did really well. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, that was Marvel Avengers. Yeah.
And that demo wasn't spectacular. It was an okay demo.
It was an okay demo, but
it got a little excitement going because I mean, you play as the Hulk and
the Hulk, you're gonna smash.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, if you want to watch the prologue, it's up on our Twitch and YouTube channel. I broadcast it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to play it, so I don't want to check it out. I want to be a little surprised, I suppose. I will check it out once I've played it.
Yeah. See if we made the same decisions.
And also, we have a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
I always forget that. I need to get the login stuff for that.
We were going to I think we're going to dabble in possibly broadcasting live. I think we're going to try that, right?
Yes. Just so as well as everything else we try to do technology-wise.
Yeah, because things have been running smooth lately. Let's
add some more stuff.
Let's add some more stuff.
Yeah,
we haven't mixed it up in a while.
It's almost as good of an idea as my my game-changing revolutionary game I'm working on. I'm not working on a game; it's a bit, but you got all your first-person shooters. You got the first-person games, and you got all the Gears of Wars and the third-person games. I'm working on the world's first second-person game.
Tell us how that would work.
It's going to be great. Well, basically, it's going to be you and me. And you're the star, but you're looking through my eyes.
Oh.
Second person.
Oh.
The least used literary. I'm going to be looking at you doing cool stuff, and you're doing all the cool stuff, but I'm just watching. And I'm telling the story. That's the second person game. Basically, it's a walking simulator where you control me walking, following after you, shooting stuff, and having a great old time.
Awesome.
We roll credits. We charge $60. It'll be great.
Yeah. People, that's gonna fly off the shelves. I thought you were gonna plug the new business that Brent signed you up for today.
Yes, I saw that. I'm just gonna play games for people.
Yeah, where you'll play and stream games for people for $3.99 Canadian. So like $20 American. Like we're gonna come on, throw $20 for Rob. He'll play whatever game.
45 Deutsche coins. That's like that's like $4. Never mind. Don't do that. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I don't think anyone's going to do it. Tell you what, someone does the $5 a month Patreon. No, they're not going to do that. What am I even talking about? We want to pay you to play our video games. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I will beat Battletoads. I will not beat Battletoads. That's not going to happen. Not without cheating. So
yeah. As usual, we just leave a train wreck of a show at the end here. It's just this boxcar upon boxcar just piled right to as far as you can see.
We're 76 episodes in. We still don't know how to end an episode. So,
well, it's because we don't want to say goodbye. You know,
that's totally what it is.
We're having fun, and
yeah.
I got to go back to the real world. It's just outside that door right there, and
gonna go get a snack. Watch the Oilers lose to Toronto again.
Nah. I'm gonna go have some supper. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Why don't you close out the show then, Guy?
Okay. Well, thank you again for hanging out with us. If you've been watching, a little wave for you. If you're listening, have yourselves a good evening. You can check out more of our stuff at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. We update it sometimes.
I logged in the site not that long ago.
Yeah.
Did
you do anything, or
no?
Just made sure you could still log in.
Yeah, make sure the password hadn't gone bad. There's a glowing endorsement for the show.
Yeah. You can also send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. We we love any sort of communication with our friends. Come check out our YouTube page. Got lots of little videos that we put up there, let's plays and reviews and retro picks and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, but have yourselves a good day, and we'll see you next week.
Good night, folks.